Doggone it, it was. There were 3 spirits there. And he had been having trouble with these spirits since the day he moved in. Not to mention many other activities that were just a bit unusual around the place. How many are in this house that have died? 3? Why are you in this house here? Is there anybody in the house here that died? It is cold in here. It's gotten colder. What is the temperature? And in response to the homeowner being really cold, a spirit guide says, "Hey, your mom's here." That was a very special moment where a mother who had crossed over some time ago comes back into our realm to comfort her son, who's much older now. And the cold air, the comment from the spirit guides, the feeling we had, it was a very special moment. What's your name? Who's all in this house? Why do you show me pictures of wrestlers? During my meditations earlier that night, I had 2 different short video clip images given to me that involved professional wrestling. You showed me pictures of wrestlers. I did see it. You talked about God and Jesus. Do you want to get off the earth? Do you want to cross over? It got cooler in here. Are you making it cold? All right, well, we're going to shut this down for about 5 seconds. I mean, in 5 seconds, so we can listen to this and identify what you all said. And that was a real good audio session. We had a nice mix of names and some short phrases, and I took the time to put that on the computer and get this stuff all written down for the client. And meanwhile, Mark and Melissa head downstairs to the basement.
You're welcome.
So you are here for some reason. You're being kept here?
Oh, I got colder on my right side. Holy shnikes. Just like freezing cold right here.
Oh yeah, it's super chilly right here.
Holy. Is that from the window?
No, not in well, yeah, it's cold from the window.
But, I mean, would that Dang. And it's only that side of me. Are you on my right side?
And there's an EVP right here. It's kind of hard to hear. You have to crank things up. But I think it says, "My daughter's here."
I want to walk around, but I don't have a light.
I can turn the red one on. That'll help.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't want to hit a beam.
upstairs it said that there were 3 people
Ah!
here.
What the hell was that? Oh. Sorry. Okay, I guess I got my first scare.
Now listen to this piece again. This time it's through the audio that we had running instead of through the video. you're going to hear two sorries, as if my investigator bumped into a spirit and the spirit said, "Sorry."
I just don't want to hit a beam.
Upstairs, it said that there were 3 figures.
What the hell was that? Oh, sorry. What the hell was that? Oh, what the hell was that? Oh.
And the male spirit just said, "My daughter's here," and that sure sounded like a little girl. And then they got yet another EVP. And they had a few personal experiences as well down in the basement.
Oh, that's fine. I just thought I heard a voice in that. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah?
Okay.
I could have swore I just saw a figure on the steps.
Oh.
Just an FYI.
Was it coming like down? It's just standing
It
there.
looked like it was standing at the top of the steps, and that was it, and it just kind of moved.
I want to see like a sun shadow.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the camera got it.
So we have quite a pile of experiences at this point between the audio session, my meditation, the investigation going on in the basement, and we have a pretty good idea what we're dealing with. And we decided to do one more audio session to follow up on a few questions, and that will lead us into a crossover and clearing of the house.
Who are you?
Oh. He was
I put the name into my phone. It turns out it was essentially a nickname of sort, but this fellow was quite a spiritual leader back in the day. And potentially, is he still helping out people today, even in his death?
Why do you keep bothering me?
Why do they like this property around here? Is there a ley line?
You got did it again.
Is there a curse? Is there a curse on the land? Is there a curse on the house? What can I do to break that curse? That fired him up, huh?
Just one thing.
Are you touching my hair? Can you come sit by me? If you died, come sit by me here. Right now. Right now, come sit by me. Are you here? It's time for you to leave alone. Yeah, it's time for you to cross over. Are you ready? No. And we did cross over some spirits at this location, but I felt that they had not all crossed. And in this case, we did have to spiritually escort some of the spirits over that did not want to go. And you can see right at the end of the process where I escorted here, where when they left, just watch what the candle does. You will not be on this earth any longer. You're done here. You will not be on this earth any longer. You're done here. You're found. Now that isn't scientific fact that if a candle goes out, the spirits are gone. No, it's not. But we had other indicators. We had audio responses that mentioned that spirits had left. And we also had this one other indicator.
And I tell you what, that basement felt a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Felt different, huh?
Yeah, because when we were down there, it was like ice cold.
Yeah, it was.
But when we were just down there, I was like, wow, this is a lot warmer.
To wrap things up, we talked about the 3 spirits were present. 2 supposedly in the basement, 1 upstairs. We had a good audio session. We had good EVPs out of the basement. We had a new investigator, Melissa. She was along. What a great experience for her. That was a good time. And we cleared the spirits. And I always wait 72 hours before I call the client back because it takes a while for the energy to settle. It takes a while for the spirits to fully cross over and for their residual energies to kind of settle out of the house. So I wait about 72 hours. 4 days later, I called, and he says to me, well, Sunday night was kind of unusual. He said an owl landed in the yard, which we had heard about in the audio session a couple times. And he said it was in the yard making some noise. He said he heard a voice, which was something he had been hearing a lot of, voices and electronic equipment issues. But he hears a voice. It didn't sound very nice, but he said all of a sudden the owl was squawking. The owl takes off. And what was, in his words, I've never seen it this quiet in years. I've got my energy back. I'm doing some cleaning around the house. And we're excited. But in this particular case, it's a larger rural property. And it's our understanding that some people had died on the property. And the snow was too deep to go out carousing around much in the yard. So we have some work to do out at this location yet. A well for sure, at least one well we want to bless off, and some work out in the woods. But as far as the house went, everything went well. We are working with the client who also is a sensitive per se, and so we're working with him on understanding what it means to be a sensitive and to be hearing voices. If you're not used to it, the voices can kind of be an issue. And if you're not interested in hearing the voices, it's even a bigger issue. So we are continuing to work with the client on this. We provided some tools for his toolbox for spirituality, for finding Jesus. He is doing more reading out of his Bible. And this location it had a good Christian values type feeling to it. There was some bad energy, but there was good, strong Jesus and God energy there as well. And a matter of fact, that's where I got the one saying from in the meditation I did. It said, in Jesus, the doors to the heavens are open. I got that right at this location during the meditation. It was an amazing sentence. And I could really feel the positive energy, the light energy attached to that statement. And to boot, we had the client's mother, deceased years ago, crossed over. She showed up during the investigation, during the audio session, to give some support to her son. And the client's guides, spirit guides or my spirit guides, one of the two, are like, take this time with your mom. It was amazing. It was a good investigation. I welcome you to watch more by hitting the subscribe button, and we really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thank you.